And we're
Um,
live with another episode of Collaborate and Pull Together. This one's a special one. This is our first full year running the show. Sorry for the delay, ladies and gentlemen. We're having some serious, insane technical difficulties that was not allowing for me to operate as planned, but we are back up and running. Hopefully, we don't run into any further issues. But my co-host Steve Fernandez and Dan the Hat Centrella will be happy to jump in and carry the show in case I do end up having some more tech issues. Again, I apologize for starting nearly a half hour later than usual, but thank you guys for the patience for staying on. Thank you, gentlemen. I just want, before we jump into the actual show, being that today is a calendar year of us running the show, this is kind of special to me because it is special. It's hard to believe that, we're at a year now, full year since we launched this podcast, April 15th of 2014. Steve and I hopped on a show, and it started off just as an idea just to shoot the shit, and it became something real with conversations that matter, with stories that we've shared with many people all across the nation and the world, for that matter, and moments that remind us that we're all here just figuring it out together. I mean, today's a testament of that, right? I've learned a lot, laughed a lot, and honestly feel grateful for everybody who has listened, supported us, helped this thing grow, been on the show with us. Whether you've been here from day one or just found us recently, thank you guys. Thank you, everyone. Seriously, I've gotten something out of everybody who's been a part of this podcast. Whether you helped spread the word to grow it, whether you just hit play once, you're a part of this, whether you want to be or not. We're all collaborating and pulling together. And if you haven't yet become a part of it, today's the day to do so. Shoot me a message, shoot Steve, shoot Dan a message, get you on the screen with us. So here's year two. More growth, more real talk, more always pulling together, collaborating on positive things on and off the table. Check out the show, share it with somebody who needs it, because we do have some inspirational stories that we share on here. And let's keep building something meaningful, guys. And a personal shout out to the two gentlemen on the screen with me that have been here. Steve, man, you've been here since day one. And I told you last night I was tearing up out of joy, out of sentiment, because I'm a sentimental fuck. I couldn't have done this without you, man. You inspired me when I felt like I couldn't keep going. You kept me calm. You kept me cool, collected. You talked me off of multiple ledges, figuratively, and you know what? Sometimes literally, because there were some people who I wanted to hurt real bad, and you said, no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I appreciate you to the umpteenth degree, because without you, none of this would have been made possible.
I appreciate that, man, a lot. I really do appreciate it. I think you could have done it without me, but either way, I completely understand for the mate. Definitely some positions that you've been in, same position that I've been in, that, sometimes you just want to let it go, but it is what it is. I'm happy, man, for you. I'm happy that we're here together. Added someone to the team while on the way, which is Dan.
Yep.
Yeah,
a big shout out to Dan.
Yeah, a great portion of the team of Dan, which is great.
Thank you.
Absolutely, Dan. Listen, man, your eagerness and your energy is only brought so much to this organization that we got going on, to the point where we got a gym now. We have a facility where we're going to be hosting events. We're going to have big plans at helping the Northeast become a more cohesive environment for the sport, on all fronts. That this is actually becoming, definitely not just a sport that we, do on the weekends type of deal. This is becoming a lifestyle for many, and you guys have helped facilitate that. And Dan, like your energy has been unparalleled and inspirational for me to be a part of, because I'm grateful to have you as a co-pilot with a lot of different avenues that we got going on.
Yeah, definitely. I think
Thank you.
I think Dan's a big support system, a big part of it all, and he always keeps on showing the support and being a big part of it too as well, and always helping out in any way he can. I mean, from state to state, from Texas doing King of the Table. I mean, doing, Texas, East vs. West 17, then King of the Table in New Jersey, doing it with Dan. Dan always helped me out with me with the cameras. Second Dan, the hat helped me out with with this last one coming out, and filming the guys and everything else. So honestly, big shout out to both of you, always being a big support to this whole thing, and seriously, I wouldn't be here, and doing the things that I'm doing in the sport if it wasn't for you, Dan, either. It's a big part of me that we went to Montana together. We did that together, beyond it with the whole crew. You were a big part of that, a huge part of that, getting the sponsors, helped me by the way, I mean, even I got, fucking teary-eyed when we were in Montana, when I literally have to give you, your ring, everybody's seen that, on video, how much sentimental that was to me. All you guys were, the whole team. When Madison won, that's people can see, how much I put into the sport, how much I love the sport, and how much I will keep on doing for the sport and for myself, to keep on, going forward. If people ever seen me on the table before a pull, when I'm in the straps or out of the straps, I mean, I give everything I can and I leave everything on the table. So there's nothing about when I like a good match, these last super matches that we had, here in New York Arm Wars or Battle of the Tri-State or King of, it's just all of them. I love when everybody puts it, win or lose. It doesn't really matter, as much as when you put everything on the table and you let everything go. It's just it's on a different level, and I appreciate you for always doing that. When you did it to Montana, you showed all your heart what you needed to do. Also, when you did Buffalo Wild Wings, that didn't come out your way, but just to show that next level that you were able, that you wanted to get to that next level, you were willing to get to that next level, to do whatever you need to do. So it shows how much you put into the sport too as well. So I appreciate you.
It's a team effort. We got a baby here with this podcast, with the sport here in the Northeast. I think that with what we're doing, I mean, yes, not going to take away for anything from any of the existing promoters. You guys have been doing a great job in keeping the sport alive. But I gotta say, what Steve, as one of the main promoters of New York State, that I have been absolutely thrilled to be a part of his promotions, and to be able to help him in any way or form. What he has done with his consistent effort and consistent push to bring quality events, I think it's bringing it to the next level. And this child that we have is, it takes a village, right? The fact that, I see you collaborating and working with so many different entities in the sport in the Northeast, in the New York area. And that's just a testament to who you are. So it's a privilege. It's an absolute honor. I do want to take a few moments. There's a couple guys in the chat that I wanted to shout out. We got the Drew24. He's one of my moderators. Thank you so much, man, for putting up the links and sharing all the important things. Paul Stevens, what's up, man? He's been popping in and out of the chat for a while. We got Drew Rivers, Weak Wrist Arm Wrestling.
What's up, Drew?
These guys have been on screen with us. Some of these guys have been on this journey with us. It's been freaking surreal. Like getting to see them at events. Like, hey, I got to see you in person. I follow your podcast. Like, wait, you really do? I don't even know anybody was watching. I thought it was only 10 people that I see on here, and half of those are my family members. I didn't realize I had made that much of an impact on people. The fact of the matter is that we have. People are reaching out to each and every one of you. I hear that. Off screen, you guys tell me, hey, they want to come on the show. We want to bring everybody on the show. So if you guys want to get on here, again, send us a message. Happy to get you on. With that being said, though, do want to jump into, we had one of the Northeast's biggest events, I think this last weekend. It was a pretty big event for it only being a second year, the second one of the year. You had over 200 entries at New York Arm Wars 2 with 11 super matches and a stellar tournament. Tell us a little about it, because I didn't get to go there. So please share with me the energy that I got to miss out on.
So let me just give a shout out to Drew Rivers and James Reed for helping out for the beginning, for grabbing the shirts. James Reed gave them to Drew Rivers. Drew Rivers showed up with the shirts, for me to be able to sell them out there and to be able to give them to the super match guys. So thank you so much, guys, for doing that. I appreciate you. And man, the event and the place got packed. I mean, I thought it was going to be. I was hoping it was going to be over 200 entries. We ended up being 217 entries, which I'm really happy with. It's just I just didn't think that was going to be that many spectators. There was a lot of people that were sitting there that were watching and they were shouting. I mean, the energy that was in that room that day. I mean, Dan, you can tell them yourselves. It was vibrant. You can feel everybody. Screaming. It was just. And I've had a few tournaments now where that happened a little bit at the Battle of Tri-State, but I think this was a little bit more with the audience and the people that were there just sitting there and spectating. They were just a little bit more, infected in it, and I loved it. And it was just and it was great, And I mean, the pullers there were so many newer pullers. So and in comparison to what we had last year, I mean, there was 146 entries or something like that last year. And, comparison to having this year, having 217 entries is a blessing, and it's all because of you guys, everybody that was there, Yusuf setting up the cameras and Dan going back and forth with the cameras, helping us out. I mean, Dave Shelfer being out there and running the brackets with me and Tracy Walker and the girls too, Madison and Devin. Great referees too, which made it even better. Ray Romanowski, Ron Singley, Steve Redler, all the rest of the referees, Anthony Citrella. I mean, we've had so many great moments. I mean, even in the side pulling that I've seen, Nick Stone was there on his table. There was a little bit of a match between. I was even watching, and I might even put this match together. I don't want to really say it. It was Ben and Vlad going back and forth, which was a great match.
Yeah, because Ben's down to close to his size.
Ben is close to his size now. I think he's under 215, and I think Vlad went up a little bit, so he's a little bit more. So, yeah. So, but it's that would be a ridiculous match. I just seen him pull on the side a little bit. I mean, everybody. I mean, I sold out of all the shirts and the hoodies. I mean, to everything. So everything was a blessing. All the food was eaten up within 30 minutes.
I hope you saved me one.
Say again.
I hope you saved me a shirt. I shirt.
I wish I did. I wish I saved myself a shirt.
Yeah, I didn't even get one.
I didn't get a shirt. I didn't get a shirt or a hoodie.
All right, that's a good.
I only got a shirt.
That's a good problem
from my girl, because I knew she wanted one, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I can get her at least whatever she wants, but
yeah,
I got myself, and I got into myself, and there was everything was great, man. We had a couple more tables, a couple more chairs, and everything. I mean, the whole place was packed from front to back, right, Dan? I mean,
oh yeah, the place was packed.
Well,
yeah. I mean, to pack that place, you need to have over, I want to say, at least 170 to 200 people. It was a lot of people there.
Every bit of 200 people in there.
Yeah, it was really good.
And I got a kick out of when I was sitting down and just talking, getting ready with the cameras, and then just talking to people because I saw new faces. And I believe it was Steve Weber's mother that was there. And she's like, I live up in the Woodstock area, and this is only 45 minutes. And I finally I brought my grandson, and I get to see my son pull, and she was all happy. And it was like, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? And just to see all the new faces and the people that were there and everybody with their families, everybody with their kids. It was good to see. It was a nice sight to see. I mean, yes, the weather wasn't the greatest, but everybody made it warm, and it was just one hell of a time in there. That place was amazing. All the pullers from the super matches to the tournaments. Me as a competitor in the tournament, it ran smooth. I loved it. It was great. Again, I know what I have to work on, but the turnout was an amazing turnout. And again, everybody was rooting for everybody. No, there was no issues. A lot, like Steve said, a lot of new pullers. The novice class was amazing. For me to say that, and I'm not even a year in, is awesome because I like to see new people coming in and just making it better for everybody.
Yeah.
I still have my sights set on a certain somebody named Victor Clearwater, but that's coming down the road.
I think both of you
And
guys need to be at the table until you start pulling semi pro. I think Victor is on that semi pro level. I think he's almost there.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
I agree with with you, Dan, but I think you need to be starting
I need to practice
more.
more. I like having banter with Victor. He's a beast, and he's gonna take off. And it's just awesome to see, especially with everybody. But I'm
Absolutely.
just like you said, I'm glad to be a part of it, and I can't wait to keep growing and everything keep growing with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
I think that it's good to have somebody to chase after as well, because that just keeps you motivated. Eventually you get us to pass him, and then you'll be back and forth. You'll be constantly chasing each other's tail, which is
Well, look
good.
at Chris Michaels and Garrett Tupper now.
Yeah,
Oh hell yes, hell
yeah.
yes. And
Garrett Tupper used to
I gotta
beat
say,
Chris with his left, and Chris would never lose with his right. What happened this weekend? Chris Michaels barely beat Garrett Tupper with his left, and Garrett
mm-hmm.
beat Chris Michaels with his right.
Yep.
amazing.
So
That's an
Garrett's getting
amazing
so
feat.
good. I mean, beyond that, Garrett's getting so good. Chris Michaels is ridiculous. Everybody knows that. I mean,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but Garrett Tupper's he's not peaking yet. He's just getting better. Chris Michaels, I know, is not peaking either. He is getting better and better, but he's been doing this for, I want to say,
forever.
literally, I mean, what, 15, 20 years? How long has he been doing this for? I know he's been doing this
I,
for a
I
really
actually don't know. I actually don't know his time, but I know it's been a long time. I know it's
yeah.
over at least 15 years, I think.
So
Well, I
we're
want to
talking
say
about
though, real
3
quick,
times more time than Garrett's been pulling for. You know what I mean?
from my perspective, from seeing the videos on the lives and the pictures from, shout out to Jennifer Learn, big shout out to her because she takes really
Yeah.
awesome shots. From the pictures and video footage that I got to witness, crowd was massive. It was literally like looking at a mini verse, like East versus West or a mini King of the Table type of deal, because there was a large crowd there. I was floored. I was like, dude, there's like, it looks like almost there's elbow room only in that place. 20 years for
Mm-hmm.
Chris. There you
Yeah.
go, Drew Rivers.
Said it 20 years for Chris. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just ridiculous. And Chris was saying, I remember one day we were talking, he goes, it's going to happen eventually, when he's going to pass me, because he's just getting so good so quick, and maybe that day was coming sooner than later, so but they had a war, absolute war, left and right hand. Chris took, I think, first place left hand, 154, and then Garrett took right hand. So it was just such a good fucking war. Both of them to go back and forth. Such good pullers. There was a lot of good pullers there, actually, not just 154. 176 class was stacked. I mean,
I heard
Yes,
about
it
that.
was.
oh man,
I heard about that.
you missed
I heard there
out.
was stacked.
You
There's
missed
people
out.
everywhere.
I can't say enough. I can't say enough.
I know. Listen. You think I didn't have FOMO, dude? I know. Only a few people don't know this, but I was only 30 minutes away from the venue at one point of that day. I was only 30 minutes away at a birthday party. I couldn't sneak out. I couldn't leave. And I really wanted to go. Life has it, I'm not going to be able to make it many events upcoming. Unfortunately, as much as I would want to, I might be changing some things around for that come, June. Hopefully I change things around with that. We'll see. I got some plans. Gotta actually talk to these two gentlemen off screen about those plans and the suggestions. But that being said, I do want to shout out real quick. But we got a really cool event coming up this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there this Saturday.
There's going to be some people on screen that are going to be there. There's going to be some people in the chat that are going to be there. In New Jersey, Beast Mode is having their first tournament. And it's going to be to benefit A really nice young man. Oh my God, why am I blanking on his name right now?
Dustin Homestead. It's going to be the
Yes,
True Grit
Dustin.
Arm Wrestling Tournament, Dustin Homestead Invitational this Saturday. I
This
got you,
Saturday.
Dan. I love you, buddy. Don't worry about it. I'll take the word right out of your mouth. All right.
You got it. I know Dustin too. I know him well. He's a nice, really nice young man. Guys, to talk about dedicated arm wrestler. I met him. My first time meeting was at New Jersey sit downs. He entered, dude entered a freaking pro division. I think it was one of his first tournaments he's ever competed at. And I mean, he had a strong hand and wrist. He just needed a little more technique. And I think that, he's going to go places in it with the sport. But if you're in New Jersey in the area, check these guys out. They're going to be popping out a lot of cool tournaments out of their new exercise facility at Excel Sports in New Jersey. But also, they're doing Battle of the Betties and a couple other events. So check out their page, check them out, support them, do nothing but help them grow because, not for nothing, Beast Mode's been around for a while. That brand has been around even longer than I started in the sport. And I know Pedro and a couple of the other guys, Jesus Gonzalez and Sergio and
Anthony Citrella, crazy.
Yes, Anthony
Crazy
Citrella,
Train.
Crazy Train. I knew Crazy Train. I forgot his real name for a moment. My brain is like, bleh. But these guys are bringing to little events. And I think the catalyst is right here on the screen for these guys for doing what they were doing. We got Steve here pumping out events almost every month. That New Jersey does not want to let New York outshine them. New Jersey does not want to let New York outshine them. They're going to try to outshine them. But you know what? I think this is going to set up the groundwork for a New Jersey versus New York battle, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't know about you guys.
I think it's going to be great. I'll be there this weekend. I'll be doing the MC and announcing and helping out with the brackets and stuff. But it's going to be a great time. Everyone should come. Beast Mode Arm Wrestling. I mean, great guys, just like Dan was saying. Sergio Lisboa, Pedro Rodriguez, Jesus Gonzalez, Anthony Citrello, that's Crazy Train. I mean, it's the Four Horsemen. If you guys
And
don't,
Miguel,
I'm sure you do.
and Miguel Fernandez.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Miguel Fernandez. Yep, that's a monster, too.
It's mainly all these four guys that are doing this stuff, put this together. And I know mainly, that Tracy's also going to be there too, helping out. So they're going to have a good team over there that's going to be helping them out. I know they're going to do great things. They're great people. They're doing it for a great cause. And
Yep.
like Dan was saying, Dustin Homestead, he's a great kid, and he's a fantastic arm wrestler. So this would be really all the winnings and everything else would be going, from what I understand, to him to help him out. So this is a really great cause to be doing this for someone that deserves it, So yeah,
Without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely.
I look forward to seeing how that event plays out. I'm excited for them. They've been doing nothing besides helping me out as well. They're going to be coming out to our events. They've been coming to all Steve's events. And it's just another.
You come to every single one of them. There's at least one guy there every single one of my events.
I was hanging out with Pedro down in Puerto Rico when I went down there actually last year. So like that guy there is probably nobody more dedicated to the sport of arm wrestling than Pedro. I think if you want to say how much love and passion a person has, look no further than Pedro Rodriguez, because that man carries this sport on his shoulders. Yep.
So he is dedicated. He is very dedicated. You give him a lot of props for that.
So, with that being said, what would you say? I know this is going to be a tough one, Steve. So I'm going to save your answer for last. Dan, what would you say the match of the night was this weekend was?
Entertainment value or more polling wise? Because Yusuf.
Let's go with both.
Yusuf versus Edna Cruz was a entertainment pull in
Let's
my
be honest
eyes.
here. Let's be honest, because I'm a very fucking blunt, honest person. It was a punishment.
Yeah,
Stuff punished Ed Cruz. All right.
yeah,
It was
but
a beat.
Poor
Yusef did
I did
Ed.
his
not
shit.
expect that at all whatsoever. And I don't think neither did you, Dan,
Yeah.
either. Correct?
No,
No, I
I
did
don't think a
not.
lot of people
Listen,
expect
but
listen, I
my
was driving on the highway I was literally driving on the highway, and Renee was giving me blow by blow as to what was happening. And I was like, I almost got into like 5 accidents because I was like, wait, what? No, wait, what? Yusuf did what? And I was floored by it. So props to Yusuf for almost killing my entire family, but also destroying Ed and destroying Ed and Sherritt at the table, because you definitely defied any odds that I had against you. If I was a betting man, I'd be a poor man.
and then
So
to answer the other
props
part
to
of
you.
your question, Dan, my favorite match of the night. I know his name comes out of my mouth like every day. Michael Grimaldi. Um, he came up to me. He was like, "Thank you for being up there in Canada when we were in enemy territory, and you were the only man with me." And I was like, "Don't worry, bro." And I said, "You got this now. Now you got another. You got people know you now, so keep it going." And that match. That match was one hell of a powerful match. I love that match personally. So that to me, that was the match of the night. Besides Youssef and Ed De Cruz, because Youssef is a character, and that's what this sport needs more of, in my opinion. So I love that whole super matches were just amazing. One better than the next, and even the young guys that were coming in, very surprising on some of these new pullers that Steve found, and and they're your weight, Dan, and it's bringing a whole new crop of pullers in, which is
I love
amazing.
it.
So
I love it. I love it. Get them all strong, so when I come there and demolish them, I feel better about myself.
that.
All right, Steve, what was your match of the night in by way of entertainment value and then, pulling skill wise?
Honestly, I liked all the matches. I like the upsets too, and I like the walls that were put up, especially Vlad. He's an absolute fucking monster. Vlad
yeah,
is just the fucking beast. I mean, he just put his wall up, and I don't think anybody in the whole place could probably go through it except for probably Nick. Um, he was just on a different level that night. John Cervante, I can't take anything away from him. He did as much as he could. Um,
yeah.
but Vlad's just and at 198, maybe 205, he's just an absolute beast, so
He sat there and he controlled that match.
yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite matches. Yusuf too, as well. He's such a showman. I love that. People call it bullying. I don't think it's bullying. I think it's showman. I think it's showing people what you can do and how good you are on the table. And is there different ways to do it? Absolutely. But people's have, they have their own ways and they can show it in their own different ways. But in general, I think Yusuf did a fantastic job. Upset of the night, Patrick Weeks versus Jonathan McGurchin.
Oh yeah,
People were saying
absolutely.
that Jonathan McGurchin was going to go through Patrick, and I had a feeling that it was going to go. I thought it was going to get closer, but Patrick he just destroyed Jonathan.
Yeah,
It wasn't. I think John thought that he had the match one time when he caught Pat, and then Pat just rammed right through him, and I was like, oh. So, and I thought so too. I thought Jonathan had a little bit more than he had in there, but I don't take anything away from Jonathan. He's a fantastic left-handed puller, and
yeah.
I know he'll be there again. He's a hard worker, and he might even lose the weight to get down even further to go up against guys even to between that 198 to 225 class. He did a great job losing the weight, which he held on. He said he was going to do, and he did. So I give him a lot of respect for that. And it was really good match. Other match too, which was a good fight back and forth, but Tyler had it, which was Tyler Edlin, which I thought was a really good match. He has such a long lever and a great hand. He knows exactly what to do to use it. It's almost like a high hook top puller, what he does. So he's a really good puller. Went up against Caleb Janelle. Caleb tried to do anything to try to stay out of it. I mean, he was just, fighting hard for it, and that's what counts. That's when you do that is what I like to see. But also Michael Tatro with Carson King. People thought that King was going to go right through Tatro. It was going to be a lot easier, and it was not easy for Carson King. He had to fight for every second of everything. Mike was fast. He was even faster, obviously, but between the hit and what Carson was trying to pull him towards and pull him off, and he was obviously almost going for the press. It seemed like because there was so much forward motion, he was getting off the pad, and that's why he fouled out on pad. On the pad the second time or first. So I could see that happening. It's happened to me before, something like that. But I stayed on the pad and pushed them off the pad, and this what happened at the King of the Table, the Contender Series.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of good matches.
Like Ben's
match. Grimaldi's an absolute beast going up against Sean Weber. And Grimaldi I'd have to say he was a better guy, I guess, that night, but he just destroyed, Weber. It was just such a good match, but he just did really, really good, really good. Yeah, I liked all the matches, really, all the matches were really good.
It was a great feel for the whole event. And then, of course, the Bane versus Batman, that was a great match, too. The whole entrance.
Too. That was a great match, too. Ryan Woods, too, had a great match with Ed Cruz right hand, which was really good. I think people thought that Ed Cruz was going to win, and they were counting Ryan Woods out because they didn't know him as much. And Ryan Woods is an absolute fucking beast. He trains with Adirondack Arms with Chris Michaels. Yep. Best 54-pounders around. So, Evan James Reed and GOOOO too. So he's got a great team. His right hand is so dominant. He's getting better. He's right at that 76 class. So he's really good. He's really good. He's getting better. So I liked all the matches. Some outcomes a little bit more different, which I like. Upsets, which was great. And everything was good all the way through. Nobody got hurt, which is the most important.
Exactly.
And we had the last match of the night, which was Mason versus
JJ
Jackson. I think it was a little bit upset. People thought a little bit differently, but JJ Jackson, I told everybody, if he gets in that hook, he's dangerous. He's so dangerous.
Oh yeah,
very good.
Well, that wasn't brought up. You have to remember the one time that Ed crushed Youssef was when they both agreed to go in the hook.
Right.
Yep. So
that's if you can get there. If you can't get there, then there's no point. You saw the match.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was impressed with that, like left-handed, because Ed and I have gone back and forth. Like in a war left-handed, and he has beaten me and prevented my lock. So like
it's all different styles though, Dan. It's different styles.
Yeah, styles make a match. It's incredible. It
really does.
I was just
I don't know because I seen you beat Youssef with your left.
Yeah.
But it's also after pulse too. It's also after pulse. So
after pulse is a different story. Yeah, no. You don't have the same venom, same spiciness as you would in a tournament or a super match that you would have with that. Easy there, Hondo. Easy there.
If it was illegal, I'd do different, but this is actually legal.
Remember who's on screen with you.
That's his
Um,
medicine. It's his medicine. It's
yeah,
It is my
prescribed.
I
medicine. I'm about to
gotcha,
take my medicine.
gotcha. Just anywho, so again, Steve, congrats on a successful event. I think it was bigger and better than we all anticipated. It was
Yep.
massive amount of people. I'm still hearing buzz on on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh,
Grimaldi,
let me not leave
definitely
out the
the.
girls
Oh,
on the
okay.
tournament polling. The girls in the tournament polling, Rachel Fitzsimmons,
Oh my God! And
phenomenal
Tupper
match.
and little Tupper.
The Tupper girl,
Oh my
phenomenal
God!
match. Cervantes
14 years.
kids,
Oh, that
phenomenal
was
match.
the
I
kids.
mean, the women from Mount Washington Valley, phenomenal matches. I mean, so many good kids and women's matches that were there this weekend.
Yeah,
I mean, I had them close up front right there. So I was just screaming my ass off the whole time. I had such a great time watching those matches. Oh man.
yeah, they had a great time, all those kids.
Yeah,
And I have to say that Tupper's daughter, man, 14 years old, and she's definitely gonna do something in this
14.
sport in the
Wow.
women's
yeah.
in this women's division. Yeah, at
Well,
least
I
I
mean,
think so.
look at what the pedigree she comes out of.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. She's got the blood, man. She's got that Tupper blood.
That
yeah.
that's intense. I didn't know she was that young. Damn.
Well,
Oh
imagine
man,
if she just
females
pulls for
divisions, look
another
out.
6 years. 20 years old, she'll be a fucking beast.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
The
they're gonna
best
be
the best was
ripping
when
people's arms off.
the best was when the two Tuppers were on the tournament, and she's like, I don't know who to root for this one, and then she goes, then she goes, go Dad.
Go, Dad! Beat him! Beat Garrett!
That's hysterical. That's funny. I love that. I love that. Um, well, I'm grateful that you had the tournament. I'm sad that I couldn't make it. I really am. I'm making do my due diligence to make sure I can be at the next one because I don't want to miss another one.
And I gotta
Um,
give a big shout out to Yusuf Wilson. One for doing a fantastic job in the super match. Two for hooking everything up and for with the live stream and the cameras and everything else. Um, Three for helping out reffing too as well after the super matches. I mean, the whole time. I mean, he helped me out so much. It's just I can't thank him enough. So thank you so much, Yusuf. Want to shout out Neil in general. So with
I was
that's
gonna say he's part of that, right?
and they're gonna have another tournament too in a few months. So any kind of tournaments or anything that you guys see that's upcoming that's to do with Mass or Maine, if you see Neil for the name, you have to go. Have to go. They're great people doing
got it.
great things. I mean, there's so many people that go to their tournaments. It's like, I mean, they had 270 entries their first tournament. I think their second tournament had 240, I want to say, or something like that, or 200. Either way, they're just doing great things, running, I mean, 4 or 5 tables, um, running through everything like that, you know. So I think the next tournaments actually might have some super matches there. I'm not sure if they're gonna, but I know they're doing great things. So follow them, go to their
Check them
tournaments.
out.
Great stuff. They're great people, great kids, man. Yusuf Wilson and Aiden LeMay, and I know their other partner too.
So with other events that are happening, one of the things that I want to express to the community because I'm very grateful for every bit of this collaboration that we do, each one of us. So with that being said, I actually reached out to a few people, but one confirmed spot that I'm going to be able to provide an early weigh-ins. Steve Fernandez is going to be opening up on Friday night early weigh-ins for the summer kickoff event for 2025's fifth summer kickoff event. So June 6th, stay tuned for more timing information regarding that. But we're going to have probably about 2 or 3 more locations across the Northeast to help facilitate that because it is an early tournament and we don't anticipate everyone trying to, leave at the butt crack of dawn to get here to make weight. But if they want to come make a weekend out of it, I mean, it is the beginning of summer on Long Island, and we have a lot of fun. We got barbecues, and then we got a full day of arm wrestling. So you're gonna want to stick around. Um, I'm actually looking at possibly getting a host hotel as well, nearby from close to the venue. Between the venue and the where the after pool party.
Nope.
Well, I know the after pool party is going to
Dan?
be
Yo, we can hear you, Stan. Nope. No. He's the after party's going to be in Lindenhurst, so Dan's going to be looking for in talks for a hotel between the event and the after pool party, which I guess he's going to be in touch. We'll talk more and have details as soon as they come. But we're going to have a as long as the weather cooperates, we'll have a full day of arm wrestling, food, and partying because Long Island in the summertime is one hell of a party area.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
and you got somebody for remote weigh-ins too. Jesus Gonzalez can do remote weigh-ins too, so that's great. So that'd be good to have you guys do remote weigh-ins in Jersey, with beast mode.
Yes, thank you, Jesus. We appreciate that.
That's perfect. But yeah, it was a good weekend. Good weekend, full packed room. And
yeah, it was
for upcoming next this weekend, like I said, it's going to be True Grit Arm Wrestling with Beast Mode Arm Wrestling, which is going to be fantastic. And can't wait to be there. They have nice medals from what I've seen too as well. And yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be trying to make it, but I'm not 100%
I did
sure
speak with
now.
Pedro.
Yeah, Dan.
Can you guys hear me now?
Now we can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Sorry about that. For the early weigh-ins, we did speak with Pedro, but they're not available. Something about it being only on Thursday. So unless that can change, let us know, okay? And I'm sorry, guys, my connection's really shitty right now.
It's all right. It is what it is. No worries. But yeah, let's come to the True Grit this arm wrestling this weekend, and then we have what's the name of your tournament, Dan, that you're throwing with Dan and everybody? Dan.
Oh, the kickoff event. Yeah, we're doing the summer kickoff event.
Yep.
That's in June. That's June 7th. But I believe, is there anything in between? I mean, I know there's the King of the Table May 10th.
Well, I'll have mine's going to be June 28th. That's going to be New York Smoke Super Match Series and Tournament. So June 28th is going to be New York Smoke Super Match Series and Tournament. Venue is still soon to be booked, so I'm trying to lay out all the information, everything between insurance and everything else. And as soon as everything's booked, I'll let you guys know what it's going to be, which is absolutely fucking fantastic. But I don't want to say anything yet until 100%. So, can you guys hear me now? Yeah, we can hear you very low.
I can hear you low, but yeah. And there's an echo though.
Is that better?
Yeah, no echo. Nope. I still hear myself.
Hang on. How about that?
Yeah, I don't hear. Nope. Steve, can you hear?
I can hear him very low.
Better now?
No.
No.
You good? Give me a thumbs up, gentlemen.
I can hear you, but I can hear you very low.
Okay.
And there's an echo.
Yeah, there's an echo. But I was going to say, I'm not close to there, Drew, but you can stay at my house. I'm saying for Saturday, I'll be coming back home.
We're working on that, Drew. It depends on Dan's talking to a hotel, and then I might be working on something else, which I just had an idea that popped up in my head, but it all comes down to dollars and cents on what makes sense. I'm thinking maybe if we can, we get a nice big Airbnb for all people that are coming out of town. If it gets, rent the one big house, because I know we're gonna have Ian, JJ from Canada. We're gonna have some guys from Puerto Rico. So we got to figure that out. Those details will be hammered out probably within the next few weeks. Dan, you there? No. So, but what
Shout
about
out to
what
Sam
about
Mitchell. I seen Sam Mitchell saying, "Hey guys, shout out to Sam Mitchell. Shout out to Jesus Gonzalez, Drew Rivers. Like I said, Drew, stay at my house if you need to. Shout out
yeah,
to Clearwater.
yeah, we're about an hour and a half from Steve's shop. If
Yeah,
anybody,
about an hour and a half.
if anybody is
Shout out
curious,
to Tanner too from Weak Wrist. A lot of Weak
yeah.
Wrist. Shout out to Eric Cortez.
Well, we had Bleak Wrist, Hudson Valley Arms was there on Saturday. Those a bunch of good guys.
And I'm just talking about all the guys here that are on the list on the side.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking out loud who I associated with too.
There was a lot of Weak Wrist guys, man. They did a great job. All of
Yeah, there was one new guy in the novice. He's gonna be good. I mean, Tanner's a good coach. He's a very good coach.
Mm-hmm.
And Drew is also he's just another.
Andrew's Drew's getting better and better, man. I'm not sure if he pulled 76 or 98, but he did really good either way. Their whole team did.
Yes, the whole team did amazing. But yeah, so then your event, it's going to be just you're going to have food and the whole shebang you bring, the Steve Fernandez experience.
Yeah, the whole thing: food, drinks.
Hey, gentlemen, can you hear me
There's
better
the bar
now?
downstairs. Your mic is really low and it's doubling up.
Yeah. Yeah. But I have to say though that the JJ Miguel after pull, that was a funny moment of the night, because Miguel, when he goes too many tattoos, did you get to see that, or were you busy you were busy?
I was busy probably packing up and everything.
Yeah, what a pisser.
But
JJ,
I seen a video of them pulling afterwards, and then I talked to Miguel, and Miguel was telling me that they pulled a little bit here and there, but he was telling me it was a really good match between both of them. And Miguel's back up to like 222, so he's not 198.
dude, he looks good. He looks friggin' jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled him.
Is that better now?
Yeah, there you are.
There you go, Dan.
Okay, hallelujah. All right.
Hallelujah.
My apologies. All right, I got something. I was able to square something away, but it's not a permanent fix. All right, I want to rewind a little bit. When it comes to the weigh-ins, early weigh-ins, I think Jesus said something about hosting it. As long as they can do it on Friday night, we're going to be happy to do that. And then when it came to somebody asked about hotels, I'm going to work on getting a host hotel. That will have a discounted hotel rate. The alternative, I don't know if anybody's interested, but at no cost to them, I got a pretty sizable backyard. If you got a tent, go ahead and pitch the tent in the backyard, save some money, and have fun in the weekend. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds insane, but you know what? Listen, when in Rome, do as Romans do.
I'm gonna stay out in the back with my dog.
Exactly.
Down by the river.
Yeah, down by the river.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
I got a sleeping bag in the back if you wanna.
Listen, hey, I have slept in a sleeping bag for much less than an arm wrestling tournament, so I'll tell you right now, I've done it for off-roading community. I've done it for
You guys are more than welcome to spin the
Renaissance.
garbage if you want.
Yeah, exactly. There's people who probably crash right there on the arm wrestling table itself. Use that as
Yeah.
shelter.
If you want to sleep
Wow.
right underneath the arm wrestling table.
There you go. And
Yeah,
listen, it's
right.
good shelter, right? It'll protect you from the rain. Just put a tarp over it, you're good to go. You know what? Not for nothing. You take a couple straps. You take a couple, like jackets. You can make a hammock underneath the table. You got yourself a great spot to sleep.
Yeah, no, yeah, huh?
Yeah, if you guys are small like you, imagine me trying to sleep under a table. The
Oh, I'd pay
fuck
money to
out
see
of
that
here.
shit. I'd pay money to see that shit.
Yeah, Jesus, the dog
Yes, yes,
bowl.
it
Yeah,
is. Dog bowl, definitely.
a dog bowl with your strong ass left arm, you fucker.
Yeah. So, I do want to share one of the things that we got going on for the event. I already got a couple of them. Last year, I don't know if you guys can see it over my shoulder. We had a couple of sponsors that helped us out with raffles. Um, One of the same contributors, Float Therapy, is actually contributing 2 gift cards and shirts for a full float session. So I'll be posting a little bit more links on the event page about what that is. It is a great spot for relaxation, great spot for recovery. I love the float therapy place. If you guys know anything about the benefits of Epsom salt, imagine that, but multiply the benefits tenfold because it is unreal. It's a great
Hey,
place to relax.
hey, Dan, is that place
Yeah.
going to be open? Is that place open on Sundays, just in case anybody who's coming for the weekend and they win the
Yeah.
raffle?
Yep,
Uh,
they can go and check it out on Sunday. Then they usually have
okay.
some appointments available. So post the tournament, it would be a great way to recover after the heavy day of arm wrestling. Um,
Especially if people are planning on spending the weekend, you know.
exactly, without a doubt.
So we
And
got a
then,
lot. We're gonna have a lot of raffles, a lot of food. We have a lot of other things coming up. I'm sorry to interrupt, but here you go. Dan's gonna share some more.
yep,
So
we got
definitely plan a weekend because if you've never been down to Long Island, it's a great reason to come down, pull food, after party, and then experience Jones Beach, the Hamptons, the float place if you win, or even if you just want to enjoy it. It's
yep.
definitely a place for the summertime, and do that. Wise ass.
And we got another raffle. We got 2 more that are coming. This one we have in hand right now is a discovery session with somebody that does diagnostic lab testing. So they do a functional medicine approach to healing. Uh, Pretty much they're going to take your blood and tell you pretty much where your deficiencies are and tell you what you need to be consuming by way of food and dietary needs to help you get to the next level of your training. They work out of a gym as well. They're very well versed in functional training and functional dieting that are based on your needs and your goals and what you're trying to do. And we're going to have some massage therapy gift cards from a chiropractic office and a couple other wellness and healing services because that's one of the biggest draws to me to the sport and to this event. The number one thing is it's been a networking event to kind of connect with arm wrestlers to a wellness community that they never knew about and they never knew existed, and know that, hey, you don't have to have normal aches and pains. You can actually do something about them. And here's the options that I've taken advantage of for my recovery and how I've been training my ass off without, knock on wood, any serious major injuries that have set me back in the almost 5 years of me doing the sport. So I gotta say, I love all the options that I have available. There's gonna be more coming down the pipeline. And because we're going to be having an event space here on Long Island, if you don't want to make a weekend out of it, even though you probably should, you should definitely look into coming back to one of the events that are going to be coming down. Then you can utilize and schedule yourself at one of these services that you may win for a future event, because that's one of the other reasons why we're doing this, because we want to bring you guys back here. We want you to see how good and how awesome Long Island can be by way of events. And we're going to help you do so with providing awesome wellness services because your wellness should be a priority. And no, Jesus, you better watch out. I'm going to break that left arm if you keep it up. Um,
Happy
Oh,
ending.
Oh.
easy there. It's my profession we're talking about. I don't knock your
Uh,
professions, right?
now let's see,
And
Dan. Now, are we gonna? Is there gonna be like with the at our event, we're gonna have like a recoveries. Anybody gonna be there giving
so,
demonstrations and
yep, we're going to be working on having a possible chiropractor and or a massage therapist on site to provide in between recovery services and as well post recovery services at at the after pull session as well. Um, we're going to be having pretty much it's all recovery oriented. I'm a licensed massage therapist for 15 years, and I'm eager to help share what I know about recovery. I plan on being in the sport until I'm well into my 70s, 80s, as long as my arms will allow it, my body will allow it, and I think I have one of the recipes to get there. Wellness is a part of that. I think that you, everybody could take a little bit better care of themselves if they want to have a better quality of life with the sports and the hobbies that they have. All too often I hear people being laid up from an injury that could have easily been prevented if they just took better care of themselves. So I'm happy to share that information with everybody. We have a whole bunch of sponsors that we got coming down the pipeline. Just so you guys can see some of them that have already participated. Let me see if I can bring that up off my phone. Give me a moment, gentlemen. What are you crunching on over there? Apple? You're crunching so loud and obnoxious, man.
Hey, at least he's healthy. Better than chips.
That's true. I'll give him that.
I'm hungry.
I wonder why.
All right. I don't have that up right now, but reach out to me if you want to be a sponsor. I'm going to be able to post that on my social media, on my Facebook and Instagram, as well as my YouTube channel. I know there are people who are here watching both on Instagram. I'm sorry, both on YouTube and Facebook. I'm definitely looking forward to help it grow. Let's see what else we got going on. So we got the super matches all lined up. I know we announced that last week. No, nothing added to that. We're gonna have MAC tables at the event. We'll have one main MAC table, and if we need extra tables, JJ has offered to bring some down. He's gonna be helping us out with reffing, as well as Dan and Ray. Ray's gonna be our head ref, and everyone is gonna be working closely with him to make sure we run everything smooth and seamless in a timely fashion. Gonna be a fast-paced event. Got red light streaming coming down or coming up from Oklahoma to do the live stream for us, and we're gonna have a very nice professional package. Better than today's podcast because today's podcast sucked by way of my side of fucking streaming and making sure we had good internet. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I just hate when it does happen. I know it happens.
Good old Robert Kelly will be here. He was just, I
Yeah.
believe he's training with Artem down in Florida. He's in Florida for an event or something. So I saw
Oh yeah.
that. So I mean, yeah. So he's made. I don't know how that guy does it, but he's all over the place in very limited amounts of time.
I think he found out how to teleport. He's just not telling us. I'm pretty sure that man knows how to wormhole his way from one spot of the country to the next. And then everything else is going to be about the after poll essentially. It is going to be a no elimination tournament, so I guess I can talk a little bit about that. if you guys, are familiar with what a no elimination is, it's pretty much a round robin. So if there's 8 people per class, they're going to be in an 8-man round robin. If there's more than 8 people, we'll have multiple round robins per weight class. And then, so how you get a win ultimately is a pin without any fouls gives you the most points. It is a points-based system. So one pin, no fouls on either side, that's 5 points. A foul can give or take away points from you. So if you have a foul and you got pins, you get to minus those points per 2. So you can end up with only 3 points, depending on how, or even 1, depending on how many fouls you end up actually having in a match. So it's not just the most pins wins. This is about most pins with least amount of fouls wins. And so there's going to be a battle of attrition strategy as well, because there's going to be some people who, you can force them to foul and they may not end up catching a pin on you unless you're fouling out type of deal. So it's going to be an interesting one because it's hard to foul on the MAC tables, really hard to foul. So that kind of strategy does go a little bit out the window, so to speak. And then ultimately, if there's more than one bracket of 8-man round robin, we take the first places from each one of those to determine who gets second place, and then the second place from each one of those determines who gets third. So it's going to be a lot of fun, fast-paced, very quick event that we're going to have the Table Monkeys format, and none other than Jason Constantini of the Table Monkeys will be there to help us keep everything running smoothly. I will warn everybody in the super heavies, Jason Constantini is looking to possibly compete in the tournament. Yeah. So
and he's down 25 pounds, man.
Well, I know he's still super heavy.
Yeah,
so,
I'm just saying he's getting leaner and stronger.
Yeah. He's getting leaner, stronger. I mean, he's looking good. If you want, I've heard a lot of whispers of people wanting a piece of Jason. If you do, and you're in the States, this is going to be one of the events you can do it at. June 7th, Jason will be, making attendance. I've been in communication with him regularly about it. And so he's eager to come down, eager to see the no elimination format grow, and for future, entities of the sport to grow as well.
Yep.
So that's exciting.
Anybody who's just going to drop a little teaser, anybody who has a club or a group or a crew, keep that on lock and just get it ready. That's all I'm going to say. That includes you, Steve.
Ready.
Get it ready, Steve. Big things are coming our way. Big things are coming. This is just the beginning, as I said before. Just the beginning of the sport.
Yep. It's going to be year 2025 was the year of the arm, and Steve's first event of the year, right? Yeah, the first event of the year. It's just going to be amazing, bro. Yep. It sets the pace, and now the second, then our kickoff, and then your June 28th event, which is going to blow the roof off of everything else he's done. Mm-hmm. And then from there on out, and it's only up.
Yep.
And just so for the record, everybody that is watching, I will not be competing at the tournament. So because I'm going to be running the show on it, and the weight classes are going to be as follows: 160, 0 to 160, 180, 200, 220, and 240, 240 plus.
Who do you have announcing?
Because I got you announcing, of course.
Oh, okay.
You're going to be my announcer.
I figured.
Yeah, the world's greatest on the mic, man. The most dynamic man on the freaking planet on the mic is going to be announcing. Duh. Who else would I have?
No. Well, we would love it if we could partner you up with either Ray or Neil Pickup, but that's down the road.
I, and
Steve,
the other,
Steve, Steve
God,
has his own way of doing things, and that's how we want it in New York right now.
I agree.
I like the way Steve is on the mic, and I think it's going to be, he engages the crowd, he engages the audience, he calls it as it is. As you said, he doesn't sugarcoat nothing, so that's definitely going to
Oh no,
be.
he does.
I've been cursing a lot less too.
Yes, he has. He's been very good.
Soon,
Family friendly.
soon it'll be none. But for now, it's just the excitement.
Uh, I mean, I'm excited for everything else that we're going to be doing. I mean, we got a lot going on. At the gym that Dan has secured for us is equipped with some of the state of the art equipment for Mithril Arm
And
Sport. High quality stuff that we're ramping up practices there. We're ramping up the accessibility to it. Um, One of the cool things about having an event at the facility we're having, it's the same place where the gym's at. So you guys can actually get everybody who's coming down to the event can really see the gym firsthand and what it has to offer. And we'll have everything set up as a warm up center so you could properly warm up before a match, and feel ready to go for your tournament, for the matches, and so on and so forth.
there's going to be also some strongman. Like it's gonna also have some Fit Expo. It's going to have a Fit Expo feel to it because there's going to be other athletes demonstrating grip strength techniques, grip strength sports, powerlifting sports, and any kind of aspects, personal training. Anybody has any questions about the body, they'll be my buddy Anthony is certified. He went to school for the body physiology. So there'll be a lot of information, a lot of people with a lot of information that you can pick their brains at. So it's not just arm wrestling, it's all strength sports, recovery, and there's different aspects. So even if you bring the kids, nobody will be bored. It's going to be a great time, a great day, and just one hell of a time.
Well, I'm excited for it. I don't know about you guys. Steve, I'm excited to have you come down again. The first time that we've done anything together was last year's barbecue. I mean, he made me these awesome posters. You know, I'm looking forward to having more posters on the way. I'll be sending those designs up to him shortly. And uh, also, we still got some sponsorship opportunities available. So anybody who's looking to sponsor, they want to get their brand advertised. We have up to from 150 to $1,000 sponsorships that give you a whole slew of benefits. And if you've been following the show, you see if you're sponsors of anything that I do, you're gonna get blasted on all of our social medias. You're gonna get as much exposure as I could possibly provide by way of links. Today, I didn't get to do as many as I wanted to because I had some technical difficulties. Hopefully, we'll have that sorted out before next week show, so that way we can get a little bit more professional exposure to different different entities that we'll be working with.
Yep.
Anything else? Any of you guys got to add?
I'm good. I'm set. I'm tired.
Yeah, you and me both. I know. We're only an hour and 8 minutes in the show, but we've been at this for over almost 2 hours. I feel like with my dumbass and stupid internet problems. I appreciate each and every one of you guys' patience. I appreciate each and every one of you guys dealing with me because I can be an
Yes.
acquired taste. I could
Yes.
be an acquired taste. Hey, come
Dick.
on, let's be a little diplomatic. Come on.
Dick sometimes. Hey, you know what? I look. I could be very honest. I'm the same way sometimes. It is what it is. Take it or leave it.
Oh yeah.
Love it or
Thank
hate
you for
it.
thank you for yelling at me at the tournament, by the way. I was only trying to help you.
Yeah, like I said, I just didn't I just say this? I just said it. Didn't I just say it? I could be an asshole. I could be a dick.
You
So,
admitted to it. Hey,
You know,
listen, admitting's half the battle, right? Admitting's
look,
half the battle.
see? You see what I'm saying?
hey, listen, he admits it, so I can't get mad at him for it. You know what I'm saying?
Little on the nose right there.
You know what it is? Being at the tournament, I have 80 million things going on all at once. So it's just so hard to fucking, oh my God.
Yeah,
Just to
well,
keep everything live and keep everything moving and just with the bracket. And it's just, oh God.
yeah, we were trying to help you.
Yeah, no.
But yes, it was Steve is definitely a man of his word. He is definitely blunt because he told somebody else, he gave him 3 chances. He goes, no, well, you lost because they weren't paying
Didn't show up.
attention. You
Yep,
got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. It's the name of the game.
exactly.
I'll
Steve's a
wait.
man of
I'll
his
wait.
word.
I'm waiting, but I can't have a fucking table sitting there the whole fucking time. And then I got to mix up my whole brackets just to, you know what I mean?
Yep. No, rightfully so. Rightfully so.
But
But
Well,
it was
gents,
great.
I'm grateful. I'm thankful, and I'm excited what this year is going to bring us. I mean, I know we got,
it's gonna be a great
we're
year.
only four months into it, and we've already had several blockbuster events and great experiences, and we only have more to come. Um, let's see what happens the next couple of weeks and what updates we'll be able to bring to the table. Make sure if you're in Jersey this weekend to hit up the True Grit Invitational for Dustin Homestead, and I hope that their event is a great success.
Yeah, it'll be great this weekend. New Jersey, True Grit Arm Wrestling Tournament. It's gonna
By
be
Beast Mode.
mode. I'll be announcing. I'll be there helping out with the brackets, emceeing. It'll be fun. It's going to have a great time. Family friendly place with great people, good food, good drinks, the whole nine. So definitely come this weekend if you can.
It's definitely just a quick FYI. That event space is similar. We aren't going to say exactly, but it's very similar to the event space that we will be having
The
our
second
event
gym,
at.
I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah.
All right. Catch everybody.